Good afternoon, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Instagram Lives organized by Chef Middle East. Myself, Toland, taking care of the beverage category and all the beverages as well as the beverage developments. What we came up with is a mocktail challenge, and today we topic it the bitter Italian. Even why he is not so bitter, he's extremely sweet, one of my best friends in Dubai. Francesco is here today to represent Buddha Bar. He doesn't represent Buddha Bar just in Dubai, actually it's global, and he's going to tell us more about it. Francesco, welcome, and tell us about you.
Thank you very much, Toland, for having me. Thank you for everyone watching the session. My name is Francesco, living in and out of Dubai since the past 6 years. Taking care globally of the beverage program for the Buddha Bar Group. I'm so happy to be here, and also I'm very happy to talk about the zero ABV cocktails called mocktails, which are very important on a bar program generally and give you so much space and scope to fantasy and creativity.
Great, thank you very much. Cool. Well, with that said, as you know, the mocktail challenge can become tricky, and making mocktails can become very tricky. The idea of calling it bitter Italian, it's because we're going to use two bitter ingredients. One tonic, which is quinine. We've spoken before about it. Quinine is extremely bitter, and that's why back in 1700s in India, the doctors brought from the UK with the navy, they put soda water or some other fancy liquid into the quinine to make it a little bit smoother so they could drink it, and that's how gin and tonic was born in the beginning of 1800s in England, where the carbonation plays a different role. Another very important ingredient that going into this mocktail today is coffee. We all know how much Italians love espresso, and we know how bitter espresso is, and that's why bitter Italian. So first of all, I will start making for all of you a very classic espresso tonic, which has become really popular lately, and you can find it advertised in almost so many coffee shops. How easy it is to make a really good espresso tonic, and how can you become playful in it? And then how can you become very specific and really playful? Francesco has prepared for us an extremely cool recipe, which he will explain in a little bit. Cool. You can explain us the recipe, and I'll make for everyone a very beautiful espresso tonic.
Funnily enough, the espresso tonic that is now very fashionable around the world of restaurants and coffee shops and bar, I used to drink it when I was extremely little. When I was 8 years old, I remember my father making this big pitch of espresso and acqua brillante. Acqua brillante is a sort of tonic water, a little bit more lemony. And so when I saw the trend of coffee and tonic coming up and emerging, I was looking at it like, okay, but this I used to drink it 25 years ago. It's a cycle, so all the fashion comes back, and it's a very traditional way of having coffee in Italy. My recipe will be very simple, with espresso, a touch of tiramisu syrup as well, some light tonic, you want to stay healthy, you want to stay light, and some smoky coconut foam on top, espuma. You know that coconut goes very well with coffee, so we wanted to create this amazing combination.
Great. Before we go to that, let me show you guys the classics. I'll be using Fentiman's regular tonic, where you can feel the quinine very pungent and powerful. Carbonated water, proper maceration for the whole night, and a kind of like a 7-day rest into stone jars. So I'll be using that. You'll feel a bit grassy because of the lemongrass being present specifically into Fentiman's as tonic, which makes it also quite unique compared to the other brands in the market. So you will need the whole bottle, so there is no wastage, proper single serve, and then you top up with 30 to 40 ml of freshly brewed espresso, and you will get this beautiful looking, look at the color that it gets and the separation, which you'll mix it, of course, so you can taste everything. Now, I know for a lot of people out there, bitter is not so friendly. I am extremely sweet myself, so I like it bitter, and I'm not going to add any sugar. I will just drink it as it is with a little bit of churn, and I'd like you to try and see how Fentiman's tastes in espresso tonic. Cheers!
Cheers, guys! And it looks amazing, and even though it's bitter, I think that bitter requires a little bit of study when it comes to the tasting of the bitter itself. But once you get acquainted to the bitter taste, it's unique, it's complex, it's layered, whereas sugar is quite a powerful ingredient, so oh wow.
Great, there we go. Thank you.
Ooh, that's so nice. That's so Italian. And we say in Italy that the only real espresso is the bitter one, because if you place sugar, you're gonna corrupt it in a way. So That's also why bitter Italian. My taken version on this is it's a trip on memory lane, because I remember when my father used to have lunch in the patio of our house by the sea. He used to make this espresso with acqua brillante. Then he was always reading the sport newspaper. You know, soccer is a big thing in Italy. So the drink is extremely easy. We're gonna place a full serve of espresso in an eyeball glass. Let's say 50 ml. Directly there. So no funky equipments. You can do this at home very easily. And we go and take some very cool ice cubes. We place them on our eyeball glass, and we take this amazing tonic water, again light, so
light
no sugar, light. The bitter part is still very present. It's a lovely, lovely tonic.
It's a very important specification to remember about the light tonic Fentimans is the calorie. It is one of the lowest calorie tonic in the world. It's only 23 calories for each bottle, which is pretty much super fascinating.
Wow.
I mean, look at that color, actually. It's pretty beautiful already.
You have this nice foam on top. You just top it up.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can place it on the side. If your guest wants to drink it, go for it. I'm going to place the sugar, the tiramisu part, just a touch. We're talking about bitter, but you never know. Sugar is always a good thing. Just a touch, giving you this tiramisu kind of flavor. So you have
and also some Italian there. Tiramisu being Italian.
What's more Italian than coffee and tiramisu, guys?
There you go. How much tiramisu do you use?
I place this just a 5 to 10 ml.
Yeah.
You can adjust according to your guest's preferences, and just topping up with this coconut smoky foam that I made with the a touch of lapsang tea and coconut puree. So shiny coconut foam on top. It looks like a
beautiful.
Sorted of a cold cappuccino, and the foam is beautifully smoked with a touch of lapsang. And just a lovely straw, of course, if you want it. The good things about making cocktail is that they can fish out of memory beautiful memories of your life. So I just printed out on rice paper my father favorite sport news. So I'm just gonna clip it there, and this is
Juventus.
Juventus, of course. If you're a real Italian, you're gonna support Juventus. And that's my take on the espresso with tonic. Easy, very drinkable. You can drink it with a straw or directly. So having this match and contrast between the coconut foam and the lovely espresso on the bottom. You can take the tiramisu part or skip it if you want it. Just keep the tonic on the side if someone wants to top it out. And salute.
There we go. Thank you very much. Well, we can see the creativity level here from Francesco. It shows very easy that his creativity is not just one of the best. It's basically on yeah. Please go ahead. Thank you. Well, you can see that the level of this mocktail is of the highest, and it's actually. I wouldn't be surprised that some of you guys have already snatched it out, the idea, because it looks beautiful, and especially this newspaper. It kind of like brings me back also into my teenage time when we used to sit and drink coffee and read the news. And of course, bet also sometimes not for Juventus, because it's his team, not my team. But we're gonna get there when we speak about sports. Cool. Well, thank you so much for whoever's joined in our live, and you will see the video attached on the IGTV under the Chef Middle East official Instagram for the recipe. If you'd like to go back and see how he made it and everything. If you'd like to get the ingredients at home to make this drink at home. You can go through chefmeathome.com, which is an e-commerce online page where you can purchase all the Chef Middle East ingredients that you're looking for. And for everybody who would like to have these drinks, or the Fentimans tonic, the syrup, the coconut water, which you can as well use to make the foam, or coconut puree from Boiron, you can also just contact me directly or contact us through the page, and we will come and show you and also share all the information how you can get whatever you need to make sure that you make some of the best mocktails in town, and not only, but also global approach to the creativity, as we can see here today. Cool. Well, with that said, anything else from your side?
Nothing, guys. Just experiment with mocktails. Make zero the new hero, and try to make the best out of mocktails, which are very tricky for bartenders because you're not playing with booze. It's difficult to extract flavors, but you can make amazing combination. Just unleash your creativity, and working with this amazing portfolio of ingredients, it's so easy to get inspiration. Thank you, Tolan, for having me, having the Buddha Bar Group.
I think it's a very interesting message there from Francesco is low ABV or no ABV. It's not just responsible, but it's also trendy. So I hope everyone can start following. As we can see, there is actually the trend is growing on the no ABV, where the creativity has to play a greater role as well. Great. With that said, I'll see you guys all next Wednesday with another great bartender and extremely creative with some cooler ideas. It's not coffee, I promise you. But you know, with the start, we always go to the breakfast ideas, which is coffee. And well, till then, thank you very much for your attention, and have a good afternoon. And drink coffee, stay awake, and don't miss any second of the time. Cheers.
Ciao belli.